Hello and welcome to the weekly market outlook for the week of November 15 to 19, 2021. My name is Olubemi. I'm your host and trainer on MS Africa Academy. And as usual, we're going to be going into the market to take a look at how the market closed last and what we are expecting for the week. All right. Here is what you may need to know. There is a disclaimer. You want to know that, where do I place my home face right now? You want to know that the trading of currencies, futures, stock, crypto, commodities, whatever you're trading in the market, all have large potential rewards, but they all come with large potential risks. So you want to be aware of this risk and you must be willing to accept them before you invest your money to trade live accounts. Do not trade with the money you cannot afford to lose, all right? We are not here to solicit, offer to buy or sell stock, futures, or Forex. So please understand all of this before you begin trading your live accounts. So now let's go take a look at the markets. Before we go into the main market, we are going to take a look at the calendar on Forex Factory because it's a good thing for you to have an idea. Even if you're a technical analyst, it's a good thing for you to have an idea of what the market is doing for the week, okay? And that can also be a way of helping you in making your trade decision during the week. As you know, our yellow folders are low impact news, the orange ones are medium impact, and the red are the high impact news. So we're going to take a look at what high impact news we have for the week and what time of the day or the week are we going to have this high impact news. So we have for Aussie dollar, we have for 1:30 a.m. and 3:30 a.m. And that's this time you're seeing here is West African time. All right, that's GMT +1. So you can convert that to your own time. On, I think, same Tuesday, right? On same Tuesday, we have US dollar high impact news that has to do with retail sales and core retail sales for 2:30 p.m. Then on Wednesday, we have for British pound for 8 a.m. We have for Canadian dollar 2:30 p.m. And on Friday, we have US dollar. The time is still tentative, but the date is Friday, 19th November 2021. All right, so let's go into the chart and see what happened last week and how last week market closed and what we are looking at for this week. So as usual, we're going to take a look at DXY, dollar currency index. And as we see, last week we were saying that dollar got to mini resistance and we were expecting that it's likely going to push back down, even if it is just in terms of retracement. But what we saw was a close above the mini resistance. So a close above the mini resistance means that dollar strength, it gained strength last week. So this week we are expecting to likely see some form of retracement, which may come down a little bit towards the side before we begin to see some push up, okay? It is also possible for the retracement to just be in form of wick on the candle, which means that maybe 1 or 2 days goes down a little, and before the end of the week is already pushing up. So we have a wick form below the candle, and then the body still points up. But the general direction now that we can see is that dollar has gained a little bit of strength last week, and we expect the push to continue, even though we may likely see a little bit of retracement before the continuation. So then, having an idea of what dollar is doing now, how do we trade other major currency pairs like GBP USD, Euro USD? As of last week already, we were looking at a downtrending market. And yes, last week closed downtrending. This was what we had. I even made it a trade entry analysis with that. Okay, so this was the trade entry analysis. We did enter a trade on this, and you know, as at this point we saw retracement. We were expecting that it will retrace like this, and see, it did retrace up to exactly the point we were expecting it to get to, which is this green line. It retraced and then it began to push down. So a continuation of this push down is what we're expecting, and we expect it to get to this area where we were trading since last week. Okay, so the bias for GBP USD is down for now. Euro USD is also been down. This is 4 hour, by the way. So let's go back to the weekly time frame. Okay, so last week candle was even huge. It was an engulfing, a big engulfing show. What is it called? Engulfing candle that we have there. Okay, you can see that it's a downtrend. It's been a downtrending market for quite some time, and it is still pushing down. So we expect a continuation of the push down, although we are likely going to see some retracements before the continuation. But just like we said in the last review, we were looking at a continuation of the downtrend. And yes, it did close with a huge bearish candle for last week. Let's see NZD USD. For NZD USD, we have this candle closing last week. The old trend has been up. However, a couple of weeks ago, we've been having more of what we'll call consolidation. Last 2 weeks candle were bearish. Last week candle and the week before have been were bearish candle. However, they look more like retracement towards this uptrend market that started around here. Okay, so that means that it is likely going to push up a little more, even if it's going to continue down. All right, and last week candle closed bearish though, but for me to continue looking at this as bearish, I need to see it at least below my 50 moving average or below the support. You know, there's a little support around there. So if I see it below that area, I may be looking to now continue to sell. But for now, it looks like we are more in a consolidation, and this looks like it is going up. Let's look at gold dollar. Gold has been pushing up. Sorry about that. Okay, so last week candle for gold and the week before closed bullish, engulfing bullish candles. All right. So what are we looking at this week? We're expecting it to get to this level. Before it gets there, there may be a couple of retracements and all of that, but we're expecting this to get to this level this week. So there may be some retracement back to this area. Okay, so it may come down here, then continue up again, but the whole trend looks bullish for now. Let's look at US dollar, Canadian dollar. USD Canadian dollar, last week we were looking at it as bearish, okay? We're looking at it as bearish because we were judging from all of this, but last week candle closed bullish. However, if you look at that last week candle, it closed just by the 50 moving average. It touched the moving average, but it didn't close above it. All right, it formed the wick and closed below it. The bias is still bearish for this, and that means that Canadian dollar may be a bit stronger than US dollar. All right, but because they are from the same zone, it may not push on time like you would be expected, but looking at it, judging from the trend, this is a big downtrending market. So if I'm going to make a buy decision on this until I see it closing comfortably above the 50 moving average on the weekly time frame. As long as it's below it here, my bias remains bearish. Okay. USD this one is consolidating. However, we had our horizontal resistance area here initially, and you would see that this candle closed big above it. We had this engulfing bullish candle coming to close and sitting above that resistance. And so all of this, in my opinion, are part of the retracement. This week candle may also still go down. And if you look at it, it is forming a flag there. All right. So what am I expecting? I'm expecting that it may go down a little bit more, but the direction is up. All right. So my bias is still bullish for USD/JPY. Let's go to AUD/USD. AUD/USD last week candle closed bearish, although it is more of an indecision candle, but what we can still see is still a bearish candle. And this week is beginning to retrace up, but the whole direction looks more bearish than bullish. However, we are going to keep our eyes open, and if we see it above the 50 moving average, that means that it is likely going to fulfill this not very fine shaped head and shoulder pattern that we are seeing somewhere here. So this will mean the push out, retracement, and continuation. So if you have it closing this week above the 50 moving average, then we will look to start buying. But as long as it remains below here, then we'll follow this main trend that started around here. Euro/AUD. Euro/AUD, last week candle closed bearish. The whole trend has been bearish. 2 weeks ago, we have this engulfing bullish candle closing the week. Last week candle closed bearish, and this week is looking bearish. So I am also looking at it as a bearish move for now, and this is my target. Down here is my target. This support here is where I'm looking at, and that is around 1.5350. That's like 200 pips from where we are right now for the week. However, it may get there and push back up, but that's what we are looking at for now. And then if we see it closing and sitting comfortably below this support area, then we'll continue looking to buy more. Euro/GBP. It's been downtrending, as you can see. However, we've been in this consolidation for quite a while. We need it outside of this consolidation for us to really be able to make a well-informed decision. So we need it outside of that consolidation. And because Euro and GBP are currencies from the same zone, it is not surprising to see it consolidating for a long time, because usually most of the macroeconomy, political stuff disturbing one currency or affecting one currency is likely going to affect the other because they are from the same zone. Okay, Euro/JPY. The major trend for this one, we have been looking at it as up. All right, and that's why I have this here, looking at this finishing the retracement and continue its way up. All right, so last week candle closed bearish, but my bias is still up for this one. All of this look like a push, retracement, continuation. So we'll see what happens this week. But if we have opportunity to enter for a buy, if we see it beginning to push up, then we're going to do that. Same Euro/Canadian dollar. Euro/Canadian dollar is consolidating for quite some time. Last week candle is an indecision candle, and that shows it can move either way. So we're going to wait to see what happens for this one. However, we can see that it looks bearish. It looks more bearish. The trend has been bearish, okay? So, but for the last 4 or 5 weeks, it's been consolidating. So we need to see. If I don't see it sitting below the support, then I'm not going to jump in to do any buying. I'm not even going to jump in to do any sell. I'm not going to do a sell, and I'm not going to do a buy. The best you can do for yourself as a trader is to learn patience, okay? The waiting period is part of trading for you as a trader, a professional trader. So you need to learn to wait. When it gives you a signal to buy or to sell, then you will jump in and do the needful. Euro/NZD. Okay, Euro NZD has also remained in this consolidation and I need it out. However, it closed below my support a couple of weeks ago. So all of this consolidation are part of retracement and my bias is still bearish. Right now, it is looking bearish. It looks like it is going down and that is my bias. You see, that's when my arrow is pointing and that's what I still feel about the currency. GBP AUD. GBP, my bias is also bearish. I think last week candle closed bullish with a bullish color, but if you look at it, it has long wick above it. So I'm still looking at it to go down. This week candle has started. If I see it below my support, then I'm going to look to do some sell. Yes, some sell. So that's what I'm looking, that's my bias for now. However, if I see it above the 1.8424 area, then I'm going to be looking to buy. GBP NZD is also bearish. We also even have this head and shoulder pattern here. It pushed below it. We have this retracement and we expect consolidation. Now, the consolidation may not be so much immediate. You could still push up a little bit more or it can, consolidate for some time before it continues. But right now, we are seeing it bearish and our direction is also bearish. That's our bias. And GBP Canadian dollar also looks a little bit more like a bearish market. We have this pushed down for some times and then we have it coming and closing below our supports like this. And then we have this bearish candle closing last week, which served as more like retracements that close below our support. So now we expect a continuation of that bearish move. GBP CHF. GBP CHF, our bias also is bearish on this. So it looks like most of our GBP pairs, we are looking at them looking bearish. Last week candle it was like a bearish candle, but more like a pin bar with candle above, with a wick above the candle, okay? And that's way I am seeing it as more like a continuation of this downtrend that started 2 weeks ago. With that engulfing candle pushing out of the retracement, our bias is still pointing down, okay? Then GBP JPY, this is bearish, but looking at the whole general push and direction that we can see, looking at this, we see that it looks bullish more. All of this look like retracement. The bullish move, the bearish can move down to around the 50 moving average, but the general bias for this one is bullish, all right? So we'll take a look at what happens with it. Until we see it below our 50 moving average or below our support, we will not be looking to do anything with it, whether buy or sell. However, if we see it going back up and pushing up, when we have it above some areas, our area of influences, then we'll be looking to jump in and do some buy. All right, so that's all I'll be able to take for today. If you have any currency pair in mind that you want me to, take a look at, perhaps in the coming class, please do well to put that in the comment section. Remember to subscribe to this channel if you've not done so. Click like on this video if you have not done so. And this is also to invite you to be a part of our academy, MS Africa Academy, your meeting point of knowledge and wealth. So you will be able to learn from us from basic through intermediate and advanced level in different training programs. So if you are not yet a part of this academy, this is an opportunity for you to reach out and join us. Look below this video on YouTube. There are contact information, social media handles that you can follow and subscribe to so that we can connect on social media. There's also WhatsApp number that you can chat to reach out and ask me whatever question you have. And if you would like to be a part of our academy, also you can reach out and we'll get you connected. Thank you so much for being a part of this. And if you have not got a copy of yours, of my, if you're not ordered your own copy of my book, Ultimate Forex Trading Blueprint. I would say you are missing out big time and you're wasting time, because this is the best time for you to grab this book and learn all it takes to succeed in the market. It covers everything from basic through intermediate and advanced level. You need this. Chapters upon chapters are devoted to trading strategies, risk management, trading psychology, trading plan. There's even a full chapter devoted to a trading plan template that you can use to build your own professional trading plan. So I expect you to reach out and order your own copy. There's a link below this video as well that takes you straight to the sales page of the book, where you can read more about it, see people's testimonials, and go order your own copy immediately. Thank you for being a part of today's weekly market outlook. Please enjoy the rest of your week.